Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Sunday, 7 p.m. Central, perhaps 8 o'clock if you're, on the East Coast, or, as early as like 5 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. And as usual, we are here to present to you, like Clockwork, our D&D series that kind of is following along with the graphic series College with Clockwork Circus. Which should be in the next couple of months. We should be putting physical copies out. I'm excited about that. The last couple of weeks, we didn't actually further the main story. We actually kind of went back in time and learned a little bit about the elves and some of their trials as they returned to the Shadow Fae back 3,500 years ago or so during the Cataclysm. So now we are back. We have everybody here, and we are ready to pick up where we left off in Like Clockwork. So before we get going, do we have any announcements from Rem Alternatives or from the cast? So we'll start with Sarah.
Starting to do get a couple of the orders in for the Kickstarter and some neat stickers and patches and getting all that done. We're still collecting some last minute art, but really excited to start getting stuff in and getting things out to you.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. So yeah, other than that, not a whole lot going on. We're happy to have everybody back. We're really happy to have Randy here with us after that scare, and we're ready to kick things off. So hey, let's make it happen. It's time. Welcome back. When we left off 3 weeks ago now, um, the group had arrived at Suslam Oasis, where they were waiting for Uzenda's next move. Uzenda being the uppity sort of pseudo noble merchant class guy that, along with his guards, was planning to check out the ruins that the gnome Zivid had found when he had crashed his airship or crashed in an airship and made it back with stories about this place that he'd found. Um, both concerned about what Uzenda's actual priorities and intentions were, but also concerned that Zivid was probably going to be eliminated afterwards. The group decided that they wanted to go into these ruins themselves. After some confusion about whether the main priority was saving the gnome or the main priority was get stuff for ourselves, the group finally all kind of went down into the temple, following after Uzenda. Apparently Uzenda had left his strange animated sandstone statue guardians at the entrance to this hidden ruin, and so they snuck past those and entered down and came upon a sort of temple of sorts, deep beneath the ground. And of course, Panabon found a way in. The front door was not only barred, but was filled with the whole staircase was filled with skeletons of what appeared to maybe be people that had been trying to get inside at some point long ago. Panabon found a way and unbarred the doors, allowing everyone to enter.
You're welcome.
As everyone went in quickly, except for Rosalia, who was a little more cautious about going full on into this temple. Looking around, Panabon spied with their little eyes a bright blue bauble upon what appeared to be a door. And, well, bright blue baubles are meant to be taken, examined, kept, sold, whatever, you know. And so that was Panabon's plan. Grabbing it, Panabon then realized that they had triggered some sort of trap mechanism as a large cylindrical or a cylindrical cage kind of shot down from the ceiling, entrapping Panabon and Perunia and Aegis, who were close enough to be captured. Lox was just outside of the range, and Shayloon was over looking at some other stuff when this happened, and Rosalia was just kind of entering into the temple after stepping over some of the skeletons. And so, with a loud crash, everyone's attention is suddenly jerked to this end of the temple where this cage has fallen down.
Teruse!
Panabon! Damn it!
What?
Where the cage?
Chime the Murupuyan, which means curse my birth.
Prunia's gonna try to muscle this thing open, because I think in the turn order it's her turn still.
Sure. So go ahead and make an athletics check to attempt to pry the bars apart.
Yay. No.
Ooh. It appears that Perunia is unable to just get really the leverage necessary to pull them apart. So, not able to at this moment.
Is that like a steampunk French press?
I mean, insofar as a French press is just steampunk in and of itself.
I like the design on it.
Yeah.
It is a French press.
It needs more gears.
I could place some gears onto it.
So Danny, is the cage just cylindrical with bars? Is there a door, or what does the cage like look like physically?
There does appear to be some sort of opening on the end opposite of the blue stone.
Being outside the cage myself, I'm gonna walk around it very, very carefully, looking out for traps. And I want to see if I notice anything.
And simultaneously, maybe it will apply a help or something. I kind of want to like beautiful mind the cage. instead of going right for like brute strengthening it, I'd like to maybe make an insight check possibly to see if I can like assess the weight, the material, like see if there's like a intelligent way to go about removing the cage.
So it would not be an insight check. Insight is for people. This is going to be an investigation. You're going to investigate the cage, or perception if you're like giving it a click once over. But it sounds like you're doing more of a getting in there and really trying to take some time with it. And if Lox is doing this at the same time, then one of you can be the main and roll with advantage as opposed to both of you rolling. Or both of you could roll.
I have a +2 to investigation. What do you have?
For investigation, nothing. For perception, +5.
Okay, I'll be the main then.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wait, so what's the ruling? Roll advantage or?
It's advantage.
Okay. Oh, let me put that back and hit the advantage button.
And it looks like inspiration already has come into the game for who?
For Aegis.
For Aegis. Oh, well.
Well, thank you. I'll use that. I'll use that later. So here's the first. Oh, thank
Okay.
goodness.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Seriously, it was a 1. Oh my god, the first one was a 1.
All right. So you've man, Aegis is gonna wreck shop the next time there's a fight because he's got 3 advantage, 1 success, and a nat 20. Okay.
And I'm a saver, guys.
He's gonna still have those at the end of the campaign. He's that guy in video.
When I call down my god to clear out an army, like advantage.
All right. So, looking at the cage, the first thing you notice, just right off the bat, is that this is old. It's there's parts where it's rusted. There's definitely places where it's a little weaker. There are there's actually grooves in the floor where the bottom nestles into, so that it normally would like kind of lock in, but there's places where that rock is chipped and cracked, especially maybe even just now as it fell, being as old as it is, where you might be able to kind of, with the tool or something, maybe pry under and get some leverage underneath the cage to kind of lift it on one side, or perhaps if you can figure out the lock mechanism, or somehow brute force the door open on the other side.
Where does the chain come from, that, or whatever was holding it up above us? Can we see where that is and where that goes?
So actually, what you see when you look up is literally just the dimension. So the cage goes it goes about maybe 25 feet up, and then the top is actually not it's open on top, so it is possible to climb out perhaps, and then the ceiling is you can just see the shape of the cage itself, so it would be hidden when it's up. There's not like an actual place where it's in, so there's no chain that lifts it back up or anything. It's like it was just kind of locked maybe into place somehow, and then the mechanism unlocked it just to drop it down.
What a fun civilization that must have been.
Well, so I'm like arms crossed, super annoyed. I'm like looking at the cage, like from one position, like trying to figure out something. And I say, Pandaban, do you have an idea of how we will escape this cage? And
Sure.
I look over to you.
Sure. All cages have exit points as well as entry points. As long as Shaylun's not throwing fireballs at me. And I think I see a door over there. I could attempt to unlock the door. That'd be fine. I don't think I would be divulging any thieving trade secrets if I try to unlock the door with witnesses.
Less words, more
that
action.
doesn't work. I will throw you out the top. How about that, Panabon?
Oh, that's fun. That would be enjoyable. But let's try the door thing first. Let's see if anything happens with the door.
Well, while Panabon is discussing with Aegis, I kind of pull on Lox's coat and go, is there anywhere it's weaker or rusted? I might be able to try something.
Looking at Shaylun, I've just sort of been looking with Aegis for the information that Danny just gave us. So I'm not seeing anything in particular that's rusty. I don't think.
I mean, there are places where it has rusted with age, but not. It's like a sheen, like a covering, like here and there. There's no place where it looks like it's rusting out.
Yeah. Should I roll my thieving tools?
You sure can. And also, if Rosalia, if you can give me a perception test, being near the back there.
Ooh.
And I'm not
Nice
sure.
plus.
It's
Sorry.
not in the rules, Danny. But for flavor. I'm going to kind of open my book and start looking at chill freeze, or what is more commonly known as frostbite. And it's for a creature in the rules, but like Shay's still testing the knowledge of everything she has. So she's going to try to like touch the bars and like see if she can cast it on the bars to like make them brittle or something like that. So she's playing with that.
Nice. Nice and
Okay.
nice.
So, the thieves' tools. As you are trying to jimmy the lock, Panabon gets a sense that it's not so much a difficult lock. It's just that the mechanisms are old, and about halfway through, something in there cracks and breaks.
Oh, for Nipaway's sake. Right? Did I do that right? Did I say that right?
No, still the look of like annoyance. Agent, I cast Aegis' stare of judgment.
Locks from outside the cage goes, just sort of chuckles under his breath.
Well, I don't know any other gods. Milfroon doesn't. Milfroon's not real. I don't know what else to do. It's too old. Do you want to try throwing me? That'll probably work.
All right. While you're thinking of that, Rosalia outside. So when that cage hit, the sound waves that had reverberated through the temple, but they had also, this huge door is open, and so it had echoed in the cavern outside and beyond. So Rosalia is fairly certain that if anything is out there, or like there's nothing that is in this area that did not hear that happen. And she's listening hard to see if she can hear maybe if anything is coming or approaching. But she's fairly certain just the sort of dripping water is the only sound that's kind of happening right now.
So I'm watching Shayloon work. How's that going?
And by the way, when she's trying, it like totally looks like she's like working up like a poop, because she's like like she's trying so hard.
Do not push too heavily.
So yeah, she cast the spell on the bars. You feel like the bars are probably very, very cold.
Perunia, try to kick this. Wait, and I get out of the way first.
Oh yeah, that's smart. And I go to kick it where it looks kind of weak and now cold with athletics.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. No. I'm just wondering. You know what? Unfortunately, it is not enough to shatter the metal. I will say that because Frostbite is a first level spell, right?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Well, yeah, no. So it is not enough to freeze the metal to a point where it is shatterable. I mean, when you cast it on a person, it gives them frostbite, but not shatter toes. So I was going to say if it was a first level spell, then it would be one of those spells that as you cast it at higher levels, you could probably eventually do that. But yeah, it's a cantrip. No, it doesn't. It just makes it really cold.
So I flip out my shield, which is concave, and I turn it face down towards the ground, and I see one of those slight grooves in, like, one of those little imperfections in the bottom, and I wedge it underneath the.
I will help.
Underneath the cage to attempt to pry it open at least enough for us to get our hands under there.
Okay.
You want me to roll it? Is my strength modifier higher than yours?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah. You should probably roll athletics.
So then you can help me then.
Yes, I will help you.
Athletics with advantage, and also go ahead and add a +2 modifier to it.
Don't know how to do that.
So down at the bottom left, there is next to the ADV button.
I see it. You're right. It's right there. Which is funny because I totally just hit the advantage button. Oh my god, why am I rolling terribly? Do I have an inspiration? Can I re-roll that?
Too bad.
So you do have an inspiration. Do you want to use it to re-roll that?
I think I do.
I
You don't think I do?
it's not a bad roll. It's not too bad of a roll.
It's
You want to get stuck in here for another turn?
actually only because you're not
cheerleadered me up.
only because you choose to use inspiration before you roll. Actually, so it is enough. 15's enough for you to get it up enough to then bring the shield under even more to then be able to settle the cage so that now you can grab the cage itself. So now it's a question of, can the lot of you lift the cage?
Come on,
As many
guys.
hands.
We got this.
From the outside, I'm gonna do what I can as well to help and assist.
How heavy is this cage?
Do we all roll?
Annabelle,
Like, how do you want
get
us
on the
to do
cage,
it?
please?
The cage scale over to the right says nothing because there's no cage scale over there.
Actually, Panabon, from the opposite end, push. So Panabon pushes from the back side. We try to lift it from one side.
Right. Okay.
All right, so who's joining in on this effort to lift said cage? Okay,
I lift.
So we've got a Perunia.
Yep.
And let me take a look here. So we've got the Perunia lifting. Okay.
I'm going back behind that pillar to be out of the way.
Oh,
All right, and we've got a Lox. Okay, and we've got an Aegis. And for what it's worth, we have a Panabon.
For what it's worth.
Sure.
For what it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, Panabon's no wimp, and just because Panabon is small.
I know, but it's all sleight of hand. This is not an agility. Like, I can't gymnastic. I can't like patera kick this cage sideways.
Right.
So.
Okay, so Perunia with advantage again. Go ahead and roll athletics.
All right, let me hit the advantage button.
Because
am I allowed to use my successes on somebody else?
No. Those are for you.
Well.
There we go.
Well. Hey.
All right. So,
yes.
Were you trying to lift the entire cage up, like so that you could carry it into the bedroom or something, and work it around the doorways and stuff?
That's exactly what I was trying to do. Yeah.
Or up the stairs, that probably would be too heavy. But since you're only like lifting one side, with all of you able to do it and pushing to your max extent, you are able to lift the cage up, and then it just falls over to the side, making a very loud clanging noise as
We're
it
so stealthy.
bangs onto the ground there. But
it already made noise. Whatever's down here knows we're here.
It's
So
throughout, yeah.
On the plus side, the creepy dude knows we're here. So
yeah, thanks, Panabon.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Panabon, you're right.
I'm a helper.
That went better than expected.
Yeah, it was a little too easy. I don't like it.
I didn't think that was easy at all. Of course, I'm the one who lifted most of the damn thing.
Okay, so you have managed to pull the cage aside, and then what happened?
Good question. We should probably not be here since everybody's probably coming here, or they're running away, which is worse because they might have the stuff already.
So, Danny, is that an exit door past the cage? Like you said, the jewel was in an archway?
The jewel is in what appears to be some sort of doorway. You were trying to pull on it, and it did give a little bit before the cage fell, and you had to like remove your hand or lose it. But it's still there, and unless there's like another cage shoved up there, and it's just like a barrel of cages that keep going.
No, I mean like the door in the archway. Is that like underneath the archway? Is there a door? Is that?
It looks like a door. I mean, it looks to you like a door.
Okay.
I take a step back.
There's not going to be a second cage. That's just not a thing. That would be silly.
I walk right next to Lux.
I'm gonna attempt to Hopefully it's not a push door. I'm going to attempt to pull open the door.
Okay. You reach to the blue, and it's kind of like a knob, and you're able to pull it, and it obviously has a little give as it to turn, and so you turn it, and you hear mechanisms kind of unhinge, and then you are able to pull the door open, revealing what lies beyond.
One
What lies beyond is a gray fog. It's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
the best gray fog.
Yeah. We should probably get in some kind of formation if we're trying to go down long, skinny hallways.
Panabon first, about 10 feet ahead. Just kidding.
Well,
Alright.
what we could do is we could send Minya down first as a scout, potentially.
This is the person who opened the door.
I mean, I'll go first if that's what everyone wants.
You know,
Brunia walks ahead. She can't handle this conversation.
Okay.
Please, you know what to look for, and I'll have Minya go with Perunia and a little ahead.
Okay. Meanwhile, are you, Shayloon, are you going to be looking through Minya's eyes, or are you moving up towards the door as well?
Oh yeah.
I'm no, because I need to be able to see where I'm walking. So unless I ask for uppies, and I don't
can
feel
you
that
ride on my shoulders?
yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
I wouldn't ask. I'd be too shy to ask.
I would. I mean, if I saw you using Minya to help us, I would totally offer. So.
For now, Minya can communicate with me mentally, so I'm not. I'm good right now.
Okay.
And then, as they're moving forward, Rosalia, are you staying kind of at the entrance to the temple, or are you going to move in along with them?
I'm gonna stay in the back and keep guarding and keep my distance because I'm really missing elf conversation. So I'm just kind of in the back trailing.
Okay, but you're following from behind, just staying back.
I'm just keeping guard in the back of the group.
Okay. All right. So Zali is going to stay here, keeping an eye out on things, and Minya's going in. It's mostly dark. It's just a room, Minya says, as Perunia is also walking in. And I will reveal for Perunia what there is.
Brunia's sword is out now. I had it in before the cage incident, but now it is out.
Okay, well,
I'm sure there are no more cages. I'm sure.
Not cages. I'm worried about Panabon.
That's fair.
All right.
Anyone walking closely to Shay hears her periodically go, and it's because she's like prepared to go. Sorry, because she's just ready to go. Nope.
Finger on the trigger.
So,
you unlock one cage and they never forgive you for it.
This particular room, there are 4 statues situated. They're facing in, as if to watch whoever's walking through here. They're really they're mostly broken. Parts of that, like one of them's arms has fallen off. There's the room itself. There's places where the walls have been broken in as the rocks from outside, whatever happened, those rocks kind of maybe crashed into the wall and breaking the wall and shoving those rocks in. And so you can kind of see that at some of the edges. And then ahead of you is this staircase that goes down. However, there is a sort of a steel bar, like a lattice work door that is closed.
A door to the staircase?
Yes. So you can't. You're not just going to be able to walk down the stairs. You would have to figure out the door.
Okay. I'm gonna go in, and I am being conscious of anyone hiding behind statues. So I'm gonna probably like take a right and do a clockwork circle around like how I use that around the room just to make sure everything's good while everyone else is entering.
Okay. So you can go ahead and make an investigation check as you're doing
Okay.
this.
Can I? What do the statues look like, Danny?
They are statues of people. They're pretty big. Maybe the faces have some sort of helmet or a mask or something on, but they're definitely humanoid. They have weapons. Well, 3 of them have weapons. The I mean, they're a lot of their features are worn just over time, and parts that have crumbled off and cracked off. However, Perunia does see that the statue she's next to now, as she's kind of going around, that statue has one hand out, closed, and there appears to be a sort of a little metal tab kind of sticking out. So the hand is like this, so the tab is like sticking out here.
I pull a Panabon and touch it.
Touching it does nothing.
Oh, thank gosh.
Hey, Shayloon, come look at this.
How high is this up?
It's taller than Shayloon can reach to touch it. It's about maybe just around eye height for Perunia.
I'll pick you up.
Hey, all right. Maybe ask next time. That's fine.
What do you think it does?
All right. So I see this fist with the tab. Do I see like any of like those lines? Because it's all metalwork, right?
The statues themselves are mostly some sort of hard stone, like a granite, perhaps. And but the key itself is metal. The little tab key thing that's inside, stuck in, is metal.
And then do I see anything like on the statue at all that looks like, you know, like those lines, like, oh, this moves or whatever, like it's crevices to see like what are the pieces that change? And
Make an investigation check.
okay, while I'm very uncomfortable.
Oh, you got an inspiration, Shay?
You have inspiration. Would you like to use it?
Oh, well, I roll first, right, before I decide.
No. So inspiration is before you roll. Well, inspiration you can use after you roll, but before you know if it's a success.
That's fine.
Right.
Okay, so I'm doing an investigation. I have a +6 to that. Let's see what happens. Hey, 17. I think that's pretty. Thank you, Mythweavers 777. I appreciate you.
I will place that in your benefits so that you will remember it later.
Okay. I'm still in my uncomfortable position looking around.
Okay. So, you don't see any cracks or anything that leads you to believe it's in any sort of automaton or clockwork device. There are cracks and stuff, but it's the cracks of age where, you know, just time is worn away, or like where like a piece has fallen out and, you know, you can see the cracks kind of go spidering out from that. But
does the statue look human?
it's humanoid. It doesn't look human. I mean, it looks like a statue of a person with a weapon and wearing armor.
So I can't see their ears or their face,
No.
really? Okay. I'm gonna go through just to be safe. Maybe I'm channeling my inner Lord of the Rings memories here, but all of my languages, I'm gonna say, "Can I have it, please? Key, please."
I'm like looking at you like, what are you doing? Just
Oh,
turn it.
Maybe it's magic. Just turn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did that. Like,
No, she
think-
touched it.
Yeah,
She went
touched
ding,
it.
ding, ding.
then I try to grab the fucking key.
All right, so you grab it and do what with it?
All right, so I try pulling, I try twisting.
All right, so pulling, you are able to pull it right out.
Oh. I look back at Perunia like,
Hey, maybe that's the key to the gate.
Now, before
"Dad, please."
anything
Yeah.
else happens,
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
we are going to move into a new map. Actually,
Ooh.
Oh,
it's mostly the same map. It's
Uh-oh.
just a little bit different.
Totally different.
Don't like that.
It's we're going to map number 2. It is, I mean, you'll see.
Not
Yeah.
ominous. That's fine.
I feel real dumb that I got real uncomfortable for something you could have fucking done.
Okay, yes, but you went and blamed all of us for being real dumb. So I'm gonna put you in that position, Shayla, and see how it feels.
That's
Fair.
fair. That's fair.
I did, to be fair, I actually, looked at it before I.
Yes, I did look at it first, and then all right. So then Shayloon, you're up here, and Rosalia is still kind of in the back here.
It's okay. I love my real big dumb crew very dearly.
I mean, you did just pull out a key that led us to probably a fight or some trap. So I think we're all in this same boat.
I prefer to think of us as passionate and liberated. So
Oh.
I mean, Shay wanted to come here and help Zivid, so it's not like she's gonna be like, let's leave.
Yeah.
But then Rosalia thought my
I'll be back
motive-
as soon as I reopen Fantasy Grounds. It decided that it wanted to close on me while I was
Sounds like a perfect time to role play. Please, can you put me down now?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I grabbed you.
yeah. As you were putting Shayloon down, there is a cracking as more as bits of stone and flakes start to chip off all of the statues, and you are going to roll initiative, but don't do it now because if I'm not on, basically the server's not working yet.
Gotcha.
But you see how in this new map where the statues were is just stones and stuff, because I'm going to replace them with tokens of murder statues. That's what's happening.
Murder statues.
Darn it.
I mean, this is what was thought those were in the first place. Like, I think Perunia was really careful, being like, these statues are going to attack us.
But
so.
I mean, to be fair, I
Yeah.
was really polite to them.
You were. You said, please may I have the key,
Yeah,
in
and-
every language.
yeah. Maybe you spoke their language there, and maybe they'll just oh, sorry, here you go.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to wait to
My bad.
find
Can I get that
out,
back, please?
but yeah.
All right.
I mean-
so you guys are probably going to need to log back on.
Yeah,
It looks like.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's loading.
The other thing I'm thinking too is I'm wondering if the other group came this way, because if this was how they had to do it, how did they get past this, and how did the statue get the key back? Anyway, that's Shayloon thoughts.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know how they would have gotten in this room without figuring out a way either around that cage thing that fell or what. So they either took a different way or they already knew a way around the cage.
Yeah.
And you looked at those books and you had the same info that he had. So
Yeah.
I don't think they
Well,
did.
Unless
we
Zivid
didn't
had more.
see Emily
Or they set the
footprints
traps.
or anything like that. It's
They
the
weren't
thing
that
is
far ahead.
Well, and I was watching. Panabon was watching, Penbom was not that far behind. I mean, you would think he'd
Yeah,
see something.
that was a pretty like this would be like this would be high level magic to set this up this fast for me to be like, yeah, we're out of our league. Let's go back.
Plus, the cage there were grooves inset into the ground. So that seems like a part of the architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked old. It didn't look new.
Yeah.
But maybe Zivid had information around the traps, and that's why they needed. But that would be a good sign because that would mean that they would need Zivid to get past all the traps, and Zivid would still be alive. So.
Yeah, a little bit of an aside. Like, I'm pretty disappointed in myself for not doing more insight checks on Zivid because there's a lot of fear in his voice and whatnot, and he could have actually been like withholding a lot of information from us, and I didn't even think about it until like maybe yesterday.
You thought about it when we were in that damn cage, though. I bet you did.
Yeah.
What's up, Panama?
Shaylin and Panama have talked about this, I'm sure. How far does that whistle go? Like, if Zivid were to use his whistle, how far away could we be in
as far as the whistle goes?
It's a whistle. as Dan has outlined. It's just a whistle.
It's a whistle.
Magically enhanced.
Oh, with auto-tune.
It is indeed a whistle, and yes, let's go ahead and have everybody roll for initiative. Happily for you all, these
Not
things are
everybody is
old enough that
yet,
they don't move so fast that you are forced to have a round of surprise. So
things. Clicking on our token is supposed to bring the map up, right? Again?
No, not yet, because I haven't shared it again. So yep,
right.
It should be. You should be getting it now.
Wow, good job, everyone, on your initiative.
Yeah, right.
By the way, I just have this image of Perunia still holding Shay, and now that Shay has the key, running over to the lock with Shay.
I mean, I set you down, but we can still make that happen.
I like it.
But please don't turn Shay into the
yeah, right. Here you go.
Okay. So right now, just soon as Leah gets back in and grabs her character and rolls for initiative, we are ready to go. So I think though that Aegis at 21 is probably going to be first. Gold gift for locks.
Clearly see some sort of aggressive action coming our way.
I mean, what you see is the statues are coming to life. You know, you can make your own assumptions.
Okay, well, here we go, burning one. I pull my shield out, I put it in front of me, I bow my head, and I say, not even quietly, please, Nipoe, let my life be let my death be at my own choosing and not from the actions of others. And I cast Bless on Perunia, Panabon, Locks. Wait, how many do I have at my level?
Usually
3, right? If you cast it at level 1, it's 3. So
and level 2 is an additional, right?
Yep.
Level 2 adds an additional one, yes.
Perunia, Panabon, Locks, Rosalia.
She is not in line of sight, so you'd have to and she's not close enough.
Oh, okay. Myself. Yeah.
Okay, let me double check and make sure.
Well, actually, wait. Spells are still attack rolls, right? A lot of times.
It depends. If I'm attacking offensively, yes, but I do a lot of support spells, so don't waste it on me.
Okay, yeah, and on myself.
I mean,
as well.
theoretically, you don't know that, so you could still do it on me. But
yeah.
Okay, everyone's targeted. Go ahead and hit the effect. Mark off a second level spell slot.
Or do I want to do it at first level and not target myself? Yeah, I'll just do it at first level and not target myself. I don't need to put it on myself.
Okay.
So we'll do it at first level. Boop. And then we will boop the bless.
Yep, boop the bless. Bless is booped.
Danny,
Yes.
I can't see anything on the map beyond gray space. Is that
Same.
Okay.
So zoom out.
Yep. I am zoomed out. I can see I can see our tokens, but I can't see anything else.
Me
Same.
too.
I do also know how far away I am from everyone else.
Interesting.
Completely lost track of my.
Let's see what happens here.
Now everything is gray. Oh wait.
That's just so life, isn't it? You know.
Did it? Is it still? Is it still gray for you right now?
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah, everything is gray for me.
That's very strange. Because so like I'm looking on, I could see that it's up for tech properly. So
Yeah.
yeah. They were so select characters are reselected. They see their tokens. It's just as if the mask is up on it.
Or in Jim Carrey.
Let me check something else real quick. Technical difficulties, everybody. Please stand by as we fight with technology.
Roll initiative, technology.
Yeah.
Right? Danny, your turn.
All right.
Cast magic missile at the darkness.
You mean
I can't
All right, so there's that one. Now let me do this.
Also, thank you, Voodoo Got 11 for the nat 20 for Lux.
Yay!
Oh, thanks. Oh, Colin.
You
Love
guys. All right, let's try sharing it again.
Romance isn't dead, y'all. Get yourself a partner.
What even gives you that 20?
I just want to say, those of you who attended my wedding, I did.
That's true.
All right, I've reshared the map, so you should be able to see it again, but maybe it works now or it doesn't work.
Nope, doesn't work. I just had to bring it up in images.
Okay, I have an idea.
Well, you're special, Tom.
All right, well, how about now?
I see the bad guys.
I got bad guys now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we've just got tokens and bad guys floating in the abyss of gray.
But I'm cool with that. We can
approximate. We can approximate those stairs. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, well, as long as Tom has it, everyone can see that's watching, so you guys can just use your imaginations.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're ready to go. So, Aegis, that was a spell cast. That is not your movement or bonus action. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I want to fall back with Locks, and that's my turn.
Okay. Shayloon.
Oh, it's me. So these things are moving. That's cool. Don't like that. So logically, these aren't good. Like, this can't be good. So I'm going to go ahead and sparkle darts.
All right. Where are you sparkle darting?
This guy.
The
I
one
tried
right
to
in-
just. I don't know
right
if
in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know if it did it or not.
is now
Animated
targeted.
statues 4.
Okay, animated statues 4. Go ahead and hit. So if you're casting at level 1, that's 3 sparkle darts that you can hit
Yes,
that button 3 times.
I've already used 2 second level spells from last session. I really would like to lie down for a bit. Okay, so let's see. There, and then I hit this, and then I go 1, 2, 3.
All right. So 3 sparkle darts slam into this statue, knocking flakes and pulverizing chunks of stone off of it. It kind of teeters a little as it sort of turns in your direction,
I stand behind Perunia.
Okay, you're like trying to stand behind Perunia, and yeah. So,
And I don't have a bonus action. No, I am not going to use my bonus action.
Okie dokie. Perunia.
All right, I will also target the statue 4 in front of me. See if I can do it. Yes, I did with my greatsword.
All right, swinging that great sword. That is a solid connect.
Yeah.
As you slam that sword into the side of this stone creature. You're not really sure how to label it, but go ahead and hit us some damage there, please.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. The sword just kind of hits, and you chip in before it sets off sparks as the sword then glances off. It's about what you'd expect, slamming your sword into a piece of granite. As Lachlan ponies up.
He sure does. And he looks at, which number is this? I guess. Can I only see animated statue 4? I don't know what's where the wall is, because I was next to the wall.
You can only not see 9.
I can only not see 9. Okay. So then I'm going to first I want to target statue 7.
Okay.
All right. And then hit it with a hex.
Bonus action hex. All right. So done.
And then I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
All right. So you aim your pistol and.
Yep. And as he aims, he sort of looks at it, and the familiar smoke sort of comes out of his mouth and out of his gun, the black smoke, and what looks like a crow shadow flies towards it. But nope.
You become more and more unsettling, Mr. Locks.
Yes. We'll say that because there is. I mean, that one was a little bit hidden away. We'll say that's what caused that miss.
But he is hexed, or it's hexed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my turn. That's my turn.
All right. So Panabon.
Hello.
Statues are moving.
I'm not enthused by this turn of events. Not surprised, but not enthused. So I'm going to reach into my bag and thinking stone against daggers, stone against swords. Maybe not the best thing. I'm gonna use a mask so that I'm splitting the veil, right?
Okay.
Using that word
So
right?
you're going to create. So as you spin, you're drawing off. You're changing masks, and there is a second Panabon that is going to go in a direction of your choosing.
Yeah.
As you go in the direction that you want to go.
Okay. I want to leave Shadow, I guess I'll call them Shadow, Panabon 2. We'll leave Panabon 2 where I am, but Panabon Prime is going to move toward Shayloon and the key / door / wherever the stairs goes, where there's hopefully not statues.
I like that you call it Panabon Prime. I like that.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, all right. So, so here is Panabon's Veil, which is a friendly. So go ahead and move that. I mean, pick a place around you that it spawns, and then you can move it in a direction in your same amount of movement. So.
Right. So it's actually going to spawn like right between me and the.
Okay, so it spawns there.
Spawns there.
And then does it move, or just you're moving?
It's going to move back, so it was where I was, and then I'm going to move forward. So I don't know if the statue can comprehend that, but anybody that just saw that, congratulations on having seen that happen.
Okay, so you're going to move up. Go ahead and move yourself, and I'll push your veil back. All right, and
Oh,
get
God.
to
There we go.
get you to, at least to there. All right, and as you are moving, as the veil is moving back, this statue is going to take an attack of opportunity on it because those things still happen.
That's fine.
Okay, so here goes. It does not hit the veil.
Sweet.
And your veil dances back. Probably does a little dance. It does Panabon things.
Yay.
It definitely does Panabon things. So probably a little bit of taunting the statue. So what this is Panabon has an ability called splitting the veil. So as a veiled dancer, which is the subclass that Panabon is, and it revolves around the mask and the performance. Split the veil is an ability that, starting at 3rd level, Panabon they can use an action to swap masks. So that's just part of their shtick, right? But when Panabon does it, they can create an illusory copy of themselves. The illusory copy. So anyone who knows Panabon and kind of understands this can kind of figure out which is the real Panabon, because the illusion's wearing the mask that Panabon was wearing, while the true Panabon is wearing a new mask. This copy is then this illusory copy can be kind of guided by Panabon, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It can attack. It can interact with objects. It cannot carry anything, but it's pretty big feature, and there you go. It is the core feature of Panabon's kit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Panabon's action. And that was your movement, so no bonus action. All right.
Yes.
So that's Panabon's turn. Next up is Rosalia. You hear Rosalia rather. You hear the sounds of clanging and some cursing up ahead. Enough to clue you in that it sounds like they must be fighting something.
Can I use Arcana?
You can use Arcana as you are moving up. I mean, right now you really can't see what's going on, so you don't know what it is that they're facing to use Arcana. So you would have to move in a little bit first, but then yes, you could definitely use it.
Move in closer. Eventually, I want to use my Arcana to figure out. I've never used it before, but I want to use it to handle the situation.
So as you're looking in, you see that they're fighting apparently statues. So go ahead and make an Arcana check. So a lot of times this is a thing that's known to you. It kind of is reminiscent of the sort of sandstone guardians that were back behind. This is a thing, especially near the villages in the Shadow Fae. The elves can set up what they call constructs. These are they can be statues, they can be any sort of object that's not necessarily living, and they imbue them with magic so that they become defenders or laborers. In the case of elves, usually as defenders, so that there's always some sort of protection, some sort of front line of protection for the elves. This seems like that same sort of thing, that these statues are constructs that are meant to guard probably the passage ahead from folks that aren't supposed to go that way.
Is there any way that I can use my Arcana to reverse the magic in them?
So the Arcana is just knowledge. It's not an ability or special powers. There is a spell that would allow you to do that, that wizards get. I don't know if it's one that's available normally to warlocks. So not in this case, and not at this level.
decided that I don't have the means to use the magic that I want to use because I'm not advanced enough. But I do have string of barbs,
You do.
and I have not used this before. And I'm actually tired of us being attacked, so I'm going to use string of barbs in this situation.
Okay. Do. All right. So unfortunately, with the 14 skill arcana, you know that in order to be affected by string of barbs, the thing has to be able to understand you. Even if it's not understanding your specific words, it has to understand your intent. And since constructs are mindless, they don't have a mind. They just do what they're programmed to do. That string of barbs, the vicious mockery, is not going to. They are not going to be insulted or feel bad about anything you say about them because they just don't have a brain to process that. That said, yes. So you do know they're immune. Basically, they're immune to psychic damage, which is what string of barbs produces.
It's like you use the term, but they can only be
You're-
taken down by brute force. So
What was that? I didn't hear that.
they can only be taken down by brute force, I assume.
Brute force, or if you know like the command word or something. But yes.
You're breaking up, Leah.
Have I used my turn?
No, you've only moved. So what you can do is you can set a hex. You can create your weapon. If I don't know if you already created your weapon, so you can create your weapon and then set a hex, and then you'll be ready for the next turn.
Okay. Set a hex. I'll probably use my shield just to start smashing them in the face.
Okay, so I'll say that you're going to set a hex on. I'll move you to the left one. So you can set a hex on statue 8 because that's the one you can see. Go ahead and hit your 2 hex abilities. All right. And then, yes, on the next turn, you'll be able to deal with that. All right. So now it's time for the statues. All right. So this first statue is going to turn, and based on what I'm looking at, the closest person to it is Perunia. So it just, like, it has a weapon, but it's not using it like a weapon. It's just like trying to bring its hands down on you, like just like smash you. It does have 2 attacks, so that's the first one. Wow, that one kind of rocked you pretty hard. The second one, though, glances off your armor, and so you are fine there.
Danny, did you just use a pun when you said it rocked her hard?
Jesus.
Yep. Unintentional pun. All right. So this next statue moves up on Panabon's veil, and attempts to attack.
Know, would you?
It attempts to attack Panabon's veil. It hits Panabon's veil. Now Panabon's veil has 1 hit point, so if it does any damage, it kind of shatters the veil. So we will presume that it's going to do at least 1 point of damage, which shatters that veil. And then it just kind of stands there for a moment, perhaps assessing what its next action is going to be. As statue 8 moves 5, 10, 15, 20 towards real Panabon. Who dances deftly around around it and about. I'm going to actually put people where they should be. So if you had actually moved out of its threat range, Shayloon, it would have taken attack of opportunity.
Sorry,
on you,
I
so.
thought since I moved by behind Perunia, I was trying to catch up.
I figured she was like basically between my legs, so the thing would just try to hit me first. Not that she was really moving back 5 feet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was seeing.
Okay.
Was more of a flavor thing. So finally, this statue comes up on Aegis. Let me put you actually where you guys are. I get that it does half grids, half squares, but I really wish it just would go to square so that. But anyway, and it's going to attack you, Aegis. It actually hits you.
Is that a 20?
Aegis looking pretty good
You
right
know,
now,
it's a
y'all.
soft 20.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
And then the next one hits with an 18.
Up yours, fantasy grounds.
So it just they both kind of bang into you like that. And then this takes us back to the top of the round with Aegis.
Mr. Locks, when they hit you, it hurts. I am going to, I'm going to take the. Should I help or should I interfere? I'm going to take the help action. Really crowd it, get into its space, even though it's not real, to make sure that Locks gets advantage on his attack on his turn.
Okay. So you're taking the help action to give Locks breathing space to attack with advantage. Got it.
Holding it at bay.
Okay.
Offering the head as a target.
Yep.
Right. And Locks, you don't have to shoot at that one. It's the help action on you attacking. So you can see it as giving you an opening to attack this particular one, or holding it off so that you can attack the other one. Either way. Because you do have a hex out. And
Right. But I also don't want our cleric to get smashed. So
I mean, supposedly he has this giant shield, right? He's supposed to not be killed by it. All right, Shayloon.
Fantasy grounds that.
Shayloon, since you're between my legs, I'm going to quickly shout, "Go to the gate! Put the key in!"
And the gate is, so I'm looking on Twitch. So
you are about 15 feet from the gate. It will take you out of the threat range of this creature.
And theoretically, would that also put me close to the one that's fighting?
It would.
I'm scared. I think what I'll do is.
Alternatively, you can get on my back, and I can take you over there in a minute.
I'm not going to do either of those things at the moment. However,
go to the gate. Scale my back.
I think what I'm going to do is so as Shay gets those instructions, she's like, I will, but after this thing is crumbled. So and I can see that it's gotten chunks taken off of it and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to try to do, Danny, if you let me, is Danny hates when I do that. So I have a new spell that I've been working on since our trek through the desert. I've had lots of evenings sleeping on sand to write and think and stuff like that. So I'm going to test this out, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. But what I want to do is I want to kind of close my eyes and envision the orb appearing almost inside of its chest. And then that sound, I found out not everyone can do this, but when you put pressure in your ears and you can make that sound like thunder in your head. I want to do that and cast thunder damage and hopefully explode it from the inside. If Danny lets me.
Okay.
I mean, I have the best ideas. I just need you to yes and.
You still have to. You still have to make the attack hit.
Okay, let's do it.
So
All right.
go ahead and you are still targeted on the same statue. So go ahead and roll to attack with that spell.
Okay.
Let me make sure that the attack roll is set properly.
Okay.
So that you don't get robbed. Yeah, it would have robbed you. Hold on. Right, you would have been okay, but
By the
apparently
way,
it's the same. But
it is not called chromatic orb. It's called pretty sphere. All right. So here
This
we
term
go.
you use, pretty sphere.
okay, so that is a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage, and it is thunder damage. So that. Go ahead and just you get to tell the story. I mean,
So what I'm trying to do, because I was like, man, what's gonna hurt these guys? Stone, like maybe like really like thunder, like rocking it and stuff, rocking the rock. So, but I also like, in case that group that we're chasing is far enough ahead, I don't want to make more noise than we already have. That's going to carry through an entire cave. So I'm like, all right, I want to like make the thunder come from the inside. So it's going to like shake within this thing, and it starts to vibrate out and like just starts to crumble from within.
okay, and yeah, and then parts of the chest kind of pop out and everything. It looks fairly weak.
And you see a glowing light from within that's almost like a rock color, like a yellow desert rock. But it's got the orb is inside.
All right.
That rocks.
All right. Since apparently we need to kill this thing before we go use the key, I guess I will go to finish it off with my
Okay.
greatsword.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's just been weakened by this crazy spell. What? Tell us, because it's
I think I'm gonna go baseball bat style and just and knock it down, and hopefully it's the top half like slides off the bottom half style and just comes off that way.
sure. Go ahead, roll the damage just so we can see.
Yeah, let's
and we
see.
can all make the ooh ah noise. But
Ooh.
yeah. So as weakened as the structure is from just getting blown out by that the chromatic orb spell, the pretty sphere, yes, you actually with determination send the greatsword through the rock, splitting it in half as it crumbles to the ground.
I still have movement, right?
You still have movement.
I would like to pick Shay up and go over to the gate.
Unfortunately, you cannot pick Shay up because you have used your action.
If she's holding on to my legs, I can just walk with her, though, right?
She's not really holding on to your legs.
If you go ahead, I'll catch up.
She was casting a spell, but
block the thing from attacking me when we get close.
Yeah, okay. Then I will go to engage the one that is trying to attack the real Panabon, because that's near the gate anyway, right?
yes.
So I will go distract that one, because I'm a much better target.
Distract it by beating on it. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I make a mental note that I like boom sphere better than pretty sphere.
I mean, you can call it a different name for every different effect that you use for it, right? Because technically it's a different spell for every one of the effects, right? So
I'm so happy.
Knock yourself out. Okay, so Lachlan.
All right. So seeing this thing in Aegis's face attacking his shield, Locke sort of looks over at the one he has the hex on and unfortunately thinks that if we don't kill one of these really quick, they're both going to be on us. So I'm going to pull my gun away from where it's aiming and put it right against the little thing's head as it's like moving around thing. And I'm going to tell Aegis to watch his ears. and I'm going to do a hex. Not a hex. I was going to do a Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
I say, how do you suggest that I watch my own ears? Pow!
I was gonna say that.
Well,
I knew it.
Well, luckily it's not actually the explosion of gunpowder. It's just the sound of
goodness.
like magic crow flying out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but and Lox is used to shooting guns, so
Yeah.
he's still worried. And so this is advantage, right?
With advantage, you can make the attack.
Yes. Thank you. And then this would be against the one that's right in front of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's number 9.
All right. Let's go ahead and do. Where did it go? Oh, here it is.
That is a hit.
Great. And so then the damage. Boom.
All right.
Yep.
So that does hit it. It seems to absorb the attack in a way that is detrimental. So it's not like shrugging it off, but like as it hits it, it kind of goes in, and then you can see just like these cracks and chips of stone just kind of fire out from it as it gets hit. Sort of a sort of delayed sort of like that.
Nice.
Panabon.
Sweet. Okay, so I have a question before I decide what I do. I have dodge, so I'm wondering, does dodge negate an attack of opportunity if I move?
Dodge does not negate attack of opportunities if you move. However, if you are going to take the disengage action, then you can move away free of attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so here's my thought. My thought is I want to get to that gate because that's essentially going to be a great way to either destroy the statues by knocking them down the stairs, or it's going to be a great way to get out. So my idea is to get to the gate, and whether there's a key or not, I probably don't have a chance to lockpick it, but if need be, I'm there and away from the
So
statues.
to get to the gate in a position to pick it, you will just move up one.
Great. I just don't want to give the statues an attack of opportunity. So
Right, so you won't give them attack of opportunity, and if you're not going to do an action, then you might as well use the dodge in case it does try to hit you. Alternately, you can do another veil.
Well, Perunia's right there, so the veil, essentially Perunia is the veil.
Yes.
Time. Panabon is kind of focused on the gate right now, and that being the impediment to safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Rosalia, okay, so right now you're at the back end of the corridor looking up. One of the statues has come up on Aegis and is attacking him. The other one looks like it might start moving up to attack him as well. You have placed your hex on the one that's furthest in. What do you want to?
I want to use the green flame blade. Is that an option?
It is an option. So you can come up. Let's see, 15. Hit the other side of Aegis here. Kind of flip between the two of them, and then use green flame blade on animated statue number 9 on your way to animated statue number 8. Now let's see here. Make sure that you're set properly. Stein, not 8. Okay, so on your actions, let's make sure you're all set here. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. All right, so go ahead and you have the shield. So what you're going to do is you're going to make an attack with the shield, even though it's not necessarily a blade, it's still a shield. And
So
this
that's
should.
my packed weapon.
Yep, that's either one of your packed weapons. Do the attack part first. So that's a hit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to green blade, flame blade. You're going to click the effect on it. And so that is, and if it's not, you can't see it, you have to hit the magnifying glass to pop it open. There you go. And now go back up to your packed weapon and click that damage box. Double click the damage box.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the top one. Boom. So as you hit it with the shield, it kind of rocks back, and then just this green flame just covers over it. And even though it's stone, you would think that fire doesn't do anything to it. The nature of the fire that you've called forth from the Shadow Fae actually burns and corrodes into it, pitting it, and actually, like, one of the arms falls off completely, and it does look like it has been heavily affected by that attack. All right, so that is your action. Yep, so that's pretty much your action there. So now the statues are going to go. So the statues, statue number 7 does come down to attack Aegis.
Before it does, Danny, with Hex, I do get to choose an ability that it is also has disadvantage on, correct?
Right. So you can, but that's going to be for checks.
Yes, but if I want to do something next turn that involves that, I want to say it now so that it's clear. So I want to make it have disadvantage against what kind of check? Like a.
It's like the ability.
So
checks.
choose the ability: strength, dexterity.
Yeah, strength.
Okay, so strength. All right. So it will have disadvantage on strength.
Yeah.
Great. In the meantime,
holy fuck.
It is going to try to smash Aegis.
Please don't die, Aegis.
Unsuccessfully, however.
Good.
No smashing on Aegis. Statue number 8 is now focused instead on Perunia.
Come at me, bro.
It's coming at you, but you're able to you basically one blow glances off a shoulder pauldron, and you step completely out of the way of the second one. The strikes are relatively clumsy. As this last one turns its attention from Aegis to Rosalia, who has come in and hit it pretty hard, and it kind of rushes in with a headbutt that was unexpected, so it catches Rosalia with that headbutt. Intercepts, and what does intercept do? It reduces the damage, right?
By D10 plus 2.
Okay, so roll so 5. So she took 5 points of damage instead of the 10 that she originally took. And Rosalia, go ahead and cast the 2 parts of your hex again. Awesome. Okay, so that was the first attack. So as it comes in to just kind of headbutt, Rosalia wasn't expecting that, but Aegis kind of bumps over with the shield and knocks the headbutt just off kilter enough that it doesn't hurt as much as it would have.
Hey, sorry, Dan. I forgot that we leveled up, so take off 1 more point. I get a +3 instead of a 2.
Great. Okay, cool. And because it's off balance now, it just completely misses with the swing of its one arm. Bringing us back to Aegis.
I realize, and I don't remember taking this much damage, but I realize I'm at 12 points of
No. You have taken 12 points of damage.
Oh.
You are not down to 12.
You're fine. Shake it off.
Oh, okay. No. I thought it was down to 12, dude. I was like, oh, that's
Aegis like
really
takes one
not
hit.
good.
Aegis takes 1 hit point of damage. Is like, I'm dying.
Man flu. Yeah.
That is not canon. So, okay, everyone's around me. Everyone's around you. They need you, Aegis. No, I'm just gonna do another help. But who do I choose to help? Come on, brain. I'll just keep helping Lox. I'll just try to keep more distance so that Lox can get, since he's so close, trying to help Lox get some distance to get more advantage on shots.
Okay.
Well, I'm not shooting it this turn. I am trying to do something different. So
You'll get advantage
you don't
on
know
it,
that.
though.
Yeah, it's an advantage on your.
You'll get advantage on it. Shayloon.
Cool.
All right. Now that the thing in front of me is crumbled, I'm gonna squeeze to the far side of Panabon and Perunia and put the key in the hole and do the
I
turn.
hope that key works in that hole.
So yeah, you're actually able, because you're not trying to pick it. You just kind of like go around it, and you're trying to, and yeah, as you're using your action to do that, you turn the key and it does unlatch said gate.
Woo!
I'm gonna
5 more appear.
Right.
Several come
up
rushing
the,
up the
up the
stairs.
stairs. Yeah.
Excuses. Good luck, everybody.
So speaking of, I do want to peek around the door, and if it's clear, I'm gonna take cover on the other side.
Sure, you're able to move into there. It is a spiral staircase going down, so yeah, that's what you do.
All right.
Perunia.
I'm gonna keep fighting this thing, so I will. This is 8, right? Am I on? Let me target this guy. Yep. Great. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, Perunia, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind, Perunia.
I know.
Perunia.
So the great sword clatters alongside the arm of it, but doesn't actually find any purchase or chip off anything to cause any damage. As Lachlan gets ready to do Lachlan things.
All right. So this is going to be interesting. So what I want to do, I'm pulling a Shay. No, what I really want to do is I want to, as this thing is to the attacking, because right now the animated statue number 9 is being damaged by it's damaged, right? Like
it is.
Right. And this other one to the left is not as damaged. So what I want to do is I want to grapple it and pull it to the ground as much as I can. I want to do what I can to do a strength check. Now, it does have disadvantage against strength.
It has disadvantage, so you're going to try to grapple it, and
I'm going to try. Like, I'm just trying to all my body weight, like just keep pushing against the wall, like knock it over and get it on the ground is my hope.
Okay, so this is a multi-turn action, but yes, it is something you can do. So go ahead, and first you have to make an attack roll to grab it. Now this is where you will have advantage because Aegis is giving you an opening to attempt to grab it. So take advantage, and then just make a melee attack roll against it. It is, what do you have? So just roll your dagger attack or your hand. Actually, roll your dagger attack. You have grabbed the shit out of it. You got it. It's like,
You've never
you're hugging on it. You're like, ah. And it is definitely got. I am going to say that because that is a natural 20 with the attack, and that we like to make crits be valuable, that you can use your bonus action as an action to, as if you are doing something that you can do whilst grappling your opponent. and I'm going to double check all the grapple things because
Yep, that's what I was doing during the last few minutes.
All right, so you can shove the creature. Grapple check with one free hand, seize a target. Oh, I did it wrong, but I'm going to keep doing it the way I do it. Grappling is you got to get them, and then after that you can do other stuff. So you're not trying to escape the grapple because you have grappled the creature. You can move a grappled creature by walking, or you can use the attack action. All right. Cool. So make an athletics check.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make its athletics check at disadvantage.
Right. Okay.
And if you win, it falls down.
When you win.
Yeah. Nope. Probably not.
9. It's 9.
You never know.
So it does not go down, but you still have it.
Okay.
You've got a hold of it.
Yeah, I wanted to try to stop at least one of these two from attacking every single, like at least make it harder for them to attack every single turn against our healer.
That must be a attack roll. You make athletics check.
Because I saw athletics or acrobatics, but maybe
that's the defender.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to choose acrobatics.
Right.
It's
but you have it.
Statue.
Yeah, okay.
You definitely have it. Would you like to move, because that is not actually an action? You can like try to drag it in a direction.
I mean, yes, I want to drag it a little bit if I can. That as much as I can.
You can move up to 15 feet with it.
All right, let's go those 15 feet away from Aegis.
All right. So are you pushing it into?
Yeah, into the room.
All right. So into the room. So let's say you get to here. There's not really anything else you can do that doesn't put you in an attack of opportunity situation, but at least this way, Aegis is kind of saved so that he can stop crying about having no hit points.
Whoa!
Wait, what? Okay, Padawan.
That never happened.
Okay. I mean, I'm not really being helped. There's nothing like I could put some ball bearings down, but a lot of
you
people
can always try to stick something with the dagger, like just because
it does do a little bit of damage.
If you leverage it right, well, I mean, Perunia's just got a sword and she's whacking at it.
I have a great sword. Thank you very much.
It's really great.
It's really great.
All right, I've got a dagger. I'll stab in the eye. Why not?
Yeah, just try to stab. Well, I mean, probably not.
You're not going to reach the eye.
You'd have to be able to jump really high to do that. But yeah, go ahead and just give it a little stab.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Stab it in the knee is what I'll do.
That one of Aegis' wise saying.
No,
inspirational quotes.
Yes. Despite people telling you not to stab it in the eye, you do go for the eye, and you miss because you're short. And
this is what happens when we go into caves. Next time, let's not go into caves.
All right, Rosalia, you can continue fighting this one, or you can try to dance around it to go towards the one that you have hexed.
Can I use my mirror image?
You can use your mirror image if you want to. It will definitely draw up several Rosalias to confuse your enemies.
My mirror images be able to attack, or are they just a distraction?
They're a distraction. All right.
I think you broke up there a little. I didn't.
Oh, I said, would that matter if those things can't think?
Right. Yeah. So they can't. So they probably can't see either.
Well, then that wouldn't help at all. So maybe not the. Maybe not the mirror image.
And you know all this because of your Arcana roll that you made before. So you're not wasting anything.
She knows it. I don't know it.
Yeah, she knows it.
Let's see. Okay. I'll use my crossbow.
Okay, so you take a bonus action. Okay, so you take a bonus. So Rosalia has it's for her warlock, third level is Fey Warrior. And so with Fey Warrior, one of the things she has is what we call Mercurial Boon. So if you are so the boon, if you have Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Book, those are the boons. So if you have Pact of the Blade, you can spend a bonus action to change the form of your weapon. So that is what we're doing here. If you have Pact of the Chain, this might not be balanced yet. I'm still trying to work it out. But if you have Pact of the Chain, you use a bonus action to change the form of your familiar. So you don't have to get rid of it and cast a whole new casting of Find Familiar. And then if you have Pact of the Book, you can use your bonus action to apply a specific or a random meta magic from the table. So, all right. So crossbow, and you're going to shoot at the number 8, the one that you have the hunter's mark on, or your hex on?
Yeah, because I'm trained on number. Well, I think I'm trained on number 8, right? Yeah, I'm trained on number 8. So okay. I'll just shoot at him first, for them first.
All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and use use the packed weapon, the one that looks like a bow, to do the attack, and then that is a hit. One moment. Crap. All right, hold on. Gotta fix this.
That's the one I'm fighting, so I go, much obliged.
Right. 1d8, 4, 5.
Well, we're fighting. I mean.
Yeah. Okay, Panabon.
We're.
Sure. Sure.
Mm-hmm. We in the universal sense.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and hit that one. The 1d8 for piercing, and then magic. Boom. All right. So the bolt that flies out, not being necessarily a real bolt, does hit it, and seems to do a surprising amount of damage to it, actually. And then if you're not going to move, which not moving will then not allow this statue to attack you again, then we'll move on to the next turns. So, all right. So the statue that is held by locks is going to try to break free. So make that strength check, as I make with disadvantage a strength check as well.
All right.
Probably going to be okay. Let's hope. You hold on.
Trash. Oh.
Okay.
You hold on. Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
You were swift as a flowing river.
It's like trying to break free, but because you have it cursed, like literally there's ephemeral crows that keep flapping down and like bird attacking it, you're an Australian guy on a bicycle trying to ride through the outback. What's funny is everyone sees exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
All right, number 8 just got hit with the crossbow, but is nonplussed by that, is going to attack Perunia still, hitting once and twice.
Ooh.
That's what you get for going, yeah, or whatever. Letting yourself get a little bit distracted. But that's just the way. It's not a fun fight for people to watch if you just wreck it. It's got to get its hits in.
I take it on the chin. I'm tough.
Yeah. There's got to be drama, that's drama in the ring always. And then this one does not like that Aegis came in and tried to intercept, and so it turns and just bangs once on the shield and then bangs twice on the shield, but hard enough to actually force it into Aegis and cause some damage there. But Aegis is managing to keep focus concentration on that spell to keep that bless up. And your retort, Mr. Ing?
I rear back on my back leg, and I push it forward, and I want to push it back in line with the other one, if I can, with my shield.
Okay, so you are going to attempt to shove this creature.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 da, da, da. All right, so go ahead and make a strength check.
Straight strength or
strength? It's
athletics?
Athletics. It is athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics. And this one is going to make an athletics check to not be pushed.
I will now burn one of my advantages.
Okay. Spoiler alert, you're gonna do it. Okay. You can either knock it prone or push it 5 feet away from you. And then you would then move up into the space to occupy.
I can't knock it prone as it stumbles 5 feet away from me.
Nope. You can do one or the other.
I want to push it 5 feet back and take the space that it was in.
Okay, and then you move up.
Yep.
Okay, and that's your action and your movement and no bonus action.
I look over at Aegis pushing the other one. I say, "Are you trying to dance or something?"
Your actions are unexpected. I cannot let you show me up.
as you're literally like slow, like romantically slow dancing with yeah, got it. Big old statue. All right, Shay.
All right, so I'm peeking out from the doorway here. And which ones are still up?
The three, all of them except the ones that you and Perunia killed.
Oh my, so inefficient. All right, so with all I have, I'm gonna go ahead and do. I really liked Boom Sphere, but do I want to spend all my spell slots this early? The answer is no.
Right. That is wise.
Let me see real quick. I think my ooh. And these things are attacking with weapons, right?
No, well, yes, weapons have been built into their sculpting, but they're not necessarily using swords and
I'm not gonna react to that. Yeah. All right. Do any of them look particularly crumbly?
Yes.
All right. The crumbliest one. I'm gonna do my brain thunder.
Okay, so there's one that Lox is dancing with. You probably don't want to brain thunder that one. But the other two, they both look crumbly.
I side-eye Lox a little bit, but
literally holding it off. That's what I am doing. This is on purpose.
We will go over fighting techniques after this, guys.
So you guys want to let it beat up our clan. Cool.
Anyways, think about this for a moment.
Maybe we should have practiced when we were on the road in the desert for 2 weeks.
True.
I could pick the lock on the gate, guys. We didn't really have to take the key from the giants. I'm just saying.
Ooh, that's a miss. I'm going to use that inspiration.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right.
It's all right.
So
wasn't meant to be.
This sound kind of just kind of next to it does not do that which you wanted it to do, sadly.
They're moving too much when they're attacking you guys. I couldn't place it in the chest, and so it was...
Okay, so that is one of your 2 inspirations. All right, so moving on then to Perunia.
Okay, and I'm going to say, guys, if we just disengage from these guys, we can run down the stairs. And with that, I'm still, though, going to hit my guy. I want this
Thank
over.
you. Bye.
Again, you're like you hit it.
Do I have an inspiration? I will use my inspiration to
Perunia
re-roll that.
Perunia has
If not, I'll use my.
You do. You have an
Okay.
inspiration to reroll
All right,
if you
and
wish.
I will do that.
Well,
There we
For a
go.
hit.
there you go.
There we go.
That blessing was the difference on that one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you do 5 points of damage. Clang. Okay. Moving on. It's, just bashing your sword against rocks. Locks. You have it.
Yeah. The next part of this is a shove to prone, right?
Right. So, I feel like, okay. Yeah, this is, got it. Okay, great. So, because you have the creature grappled, I'm going to say that you can have advantage on your shove. Because shove is a different action than grapple.
Got it. All right. So advantage, and then what do I roll for that?
Strength, athletics check.
Just strength. Okay. Advantage abilities.
And it has disadvantage.
No, that was not good.
It's like every opportunity in the world.
And they're all 8s.
Yeah, knock it down.
I
What's up
can't
with
roll
that?
anything beyond an 8. I really don't like this.
You try to trip it, you're like,
Yeah. It's stone. It is stone. It is granite.
it's one of those scenes from movies where like the guy like runs up and gets the guy and like tries to push him, but like nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay, Panabon.
This is still happening. So the one Lox is wrestling is not prone.
It is not prone, but because Lox is got it grappled. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah. You just have he's just got it held. It's not prone.
Okay. I guess I will try to stab this number 8 in the kneecap since I'm
Okay.
here. And apparently we can't leave until these things are dead. So I say
Panabon's like, apparently we can't leave.
This better be worth getting to stab you Zona later. I'm just saying. And then I'm gonna
As I'm sweating, holding off like all this damage, Lox is like grappling for his life around another statue.
Yeah, just hit him, guys.
You got Rosalia coming in with a shield bash, spins around, the shield turns into a crossbow shooting across the way. Perunia's hacking away at this thing. Panabon's like, you know what the problem is?
You know what the problem is, Perunia? They're not from Palacune. This is what they teach in other countries. It just tells you a lot about fighting styles.
So you hit. Go ahead and add your sneak attack button.
Oh, I get a sneak attack. Neat. I love
You do.
That.
You found a weak point in the knee, apparently.
Great. It's like Achilles' knee. That's
one moment. Before you roll that damage, there is something. Because you are using the rail notch dagger, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll the damage on that.
Do I need to press the little man next to sneak attack?
You do if you haven't yet. Yes, because your sneak attack is on. Boom. And now rail notch dagger.
Oh,
Ooh. Cool. All right. So
now just imagine that's Uzenda.
So
yes,
the dagger actually slides into the kneecap like butter.
Yay! I feel better now.
Sorry. I was like, that's all it took for Panama to be like, okay, now we can stab things.
Wait, stabbing's back on the menu, boys.
Hey,
That's exactly what just happened.
We were in an open air graveyard and I was stabbing something and it wasn't dying. Okay, little victories. It's the little victories. Chicken soup for the Panabon soul. Okay.
All right. So Rosalia, Aegis has pushed this one guy back away from you, so you now have freedom to move without worrying about getting attacked. What is your action?
Oh, hey. Retroactively, does she get an attack opportunity? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Why?
Yeah, that was the big one that everyone's always like, when someone gets pushed, attacks of opportunity. Yeah, no, it's only when they move.
Choose to move. Okay.
Right. So.
I mean, they don't seem to die by anything, really. It's like a slow burn over
Rumble.
You seem to be doing damage. Lox did some damage. Things that are magic seem to be hurting them. Peruna's sword doesn't seem to be doing such a good job.
Is there any way I can use Arcana to figure out what they're guarding? Or who sent them to guard what?
Not really. I mean, obviously whoever is down, whoever this temple is for, is probably what had to do with that. And you make a history check. It's somewhat possible that with a history check you can figure something out, but it's unlikely because you'd have to get pretty high on this. Yeah, you have a recollection based on your vision from before, where the elves in the forest and like the people were attacking, and it was after the vision on the ziggurat with the figure that seemed to be killing the people with his and taking whatever power from them. You recollect somewhat that in the histories that the elves and the humans of certain lands were at odds, and it wasn't necessarily like a racial divide so much as it was the leaders of the humans, the gods, if you will, were trying to take all of the lands. And so there's that kind of knowledge. So if this is a temple to one of those gods, there might be something there. And that's just a thought that occurs to you. That's not an action that you have to take, so you can still engage or act.
So whatever it is that created them, obviously it was some kind of magic, and they're more susceptible to magic. So I'm not going to use my crossbow. I'm not going to use.
Well, your crossbow is magic. All of your stuff is magic.
Okay.
You are
okay,
magic.
okay. Well,
Rosalia is magic.
Well,
what is the most?
Your crossbow did a lot of damage, though, last time.
Crossbow?
Yeah, it did.
Make a big hammer. Just a giant hammer. Crush them.
No, again, I'll just take your eyeglasses and use them like Cyborg and shoot magic at the creatures.
Yeah, right.
Just stare them down.
Right.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you know what? I'm just going to form I want to form the little, it's like the spear and it has the chain ball on the end, and you swing it, and then I want that.
All right, big old flail. Got it. You've got a big old, so that crossbow changes into a big old flail. And with that, you're going to go ahead and, so is this like a big one, like it takes two hands, or is it?
Yeah, it's like you have to go, and then you throw it at them.
Okay. All right, go ahead and which one are you attacking?
Well, the one that's in front of Perunia and Penamon just won't die.
So far.
So, yeah. So I really just want to like launch this thing at a distance, and hopefully the impact will just kill it instantly. That's the hope.
Okay. Oh, okay, got it. That makes sense. Go ahead then and make your attack roll to hit it. Do you have any benefits?
Oh, in
Nope.
the mirror?
So
No.
no. All right. So yeah. So that actually kind of sails past it. And lodges itself and then vanishes out as it hits this wall up here. So that was a miss. Statue 7 is going to try and break out of your grasp again with disadvantage. You have to roll a strength check too.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Sorry.
as long as you get your 8, you'll be fine.
Okay. Well,
Not ominous at all.
strength.
Hey, there you go. All right, so
I'm wrangling this stone statue.
you're still wrangling.
I'm just trying to keep us from getting 2 attacks on our healer every single turn. That's
Yeah. Perunia's getting beat up a little bit, but
Yep.
she's got hit points. And this guy is going to continue to beat up on your healers, so
yeah.
but you know,
Gosh darn it.
as it
So hot.
brings your concentration is broken.
All right.
It's just a lot of beating. Oh wait, that last one wasn't a hit. I'm going to take that 6 back. All right, Aegis.
So Lox is grappling a stone statue next to me. I'm getting pummeled. Rosalia shoots far away from where we are. I'm gonna press my shield up against it, and I'm gonna uppercut into it and cast Toll the Dead.
Nice.
Okay.
Which will likely fail. Where is my? Okay, there's my thingy.
All right, so you are targeted, so go ahead and do the save.
The salve. Yes, he fails.
All right, hit some damage. Get some damage. Okay. Yeah. The sound kind of tolls through, and you can just see parts of it crumbling out, and vibrating out with the sound.
Then, as a bonus action,
Okay.
wait, I might have done a stupid thing and gotten rid of that spell in my preparation. Let's see. Oh, sure did. So as a bonus action, I will not do what I was thinking I was going to do. Oh no, actually, as a bonus action, I will use my second win. Hell yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I need to heal myself.
Push and heal thyself.
All right. Perunia.
Yeah, I'm going to see.
Wait. You just isn't Shay's turn?
Oh, sorry, Shay. Yep.
You're right.
pushed
I
the
just
button.
jumped that.
It's Shay's turn.
All right.
And Shay has a new inspiration, and Perunia has a new inspiration.
Yay!
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dubs. I love you so much. All right. So let's do. I don't want to spend any more spells on these guys. So because if we're having trouble with these guys,
Yep.
I don't want to make you guys leave and take opportunity attacks, but
Kind of feels like that's a good idea at this point.
I mean, yeah.
You're not losing per se.
We're leaving them for Uzenda to deal with.
Or to deal with when we come back upstairs. Either way.
the one that's still fighting Perunia and Panabon, I'm gonna focus on that one, so that we can like not block the exit and people can maybe get around these guys because they are moving slow.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do then is it's not going to do much damage. To its turn there. Screw it. I'm just gonna do start cantripping it. So we're gonna do chill freeze.
Okay, you're going to do a chill freeze on it. So go ahead. It is
Save. They're gonna have
targeted,
my constitution, but
and go ahead and have it try to get it to make that saving throw.
okay, good. It failed. That's good.
Oh, it failed. So there's that. Go ahead and do the damage.
Oh yay! Max damage. Thank the Lord.
All right, so it crumbles as you cast that spell. It just the ice. It's too much for how the structural damage that it's taken, and it just crumbles apart.
It's because I hit it in the knee.
I'm gonna shout at everyone and say, the pathway's clear. Get through the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Except that the two people, like, we literally have bad guys right in front of us. If we move away from them, they are going to attack us.
It's just one.
So if you're just trying to get away, if you use a disengage action, you can just get away.
I want the XP as well.
You get the XP.
Yeah, not just that, we're not losing, and we have them both at some sort of advantage for you guys to attack them.
Yeah.
So we're not losing. We're not I'm getting my ass beat because I'm trying to keep advantage, but no one's attacking the statue that is in front of me. So
yes, I
wouldn't normally
run down
talk like this, but
the stairs.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, so it's Prunya's turn. As the team is like yelling what to do, we are going to take a break.
Yeah.
And be back in 10 minutes. This is a long overdue break. Actually, we're 35 minutes past our normal break time.
Because we could have run down the stairs 30 minutes ago.
So, we'll be back in 10 minutes to see if the team decides to run down the stairs or if they decide to stay and finish off these guardians. So let's see everybody back in 10.
Thank you, 10.
Bye.
All right. Hey, everybody. We are back. We are in the thick of this fight against several animated statues, 2 of which have fallen. 2 remain in a deadly dance with Locks and Aegis. Literal dance of death. Perunia, you are yelling at them to come on, as they are locked in battle. But what is your actual actions?
Yeah, so like I can see that like I want to help them get out so they can go. Mine is down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw one of my hand axes at one of them. Maybe was one of them prone or is a held one with that?
Neither of them are prone. The one that is grappled, but it's not restrained, so you wouldn't get advantage on it. Unless you choose to use the advantage that you've been given. And that's another one of those.
I'll hold it, and I will go ahead and hit the one that Lox is holding. And I think, what is that, number 7?
Yes.
Okay. So let me target that guy.
All right.
And then I'm going to throw a hand axe at it.
All right, here comes the hand axe. Wow. That was
I don't know what happened there.
Super hand axe. I mean, yeah, so it's actually going to be a miss because the first roll. I don't know why it went to advantage on the second roll.
I don't know.
It also targeted a different monster, which is weird.
Oh, that's why you're throwing one. So the advantage is targeted at the one that's dead. That's why. I got it. Cool. No worries. All right, so you throw the hand axe and it goes wide. Are you moving?
Yes, I'm going to go join them on the stairs.
All right, so you're okay. So there you go. As you back up to kind of hold the stairs for them. Locks.
Hearing sort of that we're running down the stairs, he's gonna go. All right. I'm grappling it. Is there any way I can get? What would be the best way to sort of disengage and get to the other side?
If you wanted to get around to the other side, you could kind of dance. You could, okay. Letting go of the grapple is not an action, right? You could then use your movement to go around to the other side of it. And then you could attack it. But and then in the play out of how you might describe it is you could describe that as kind of like while holding it, you're dancing around to the other side, and then you kind of shove it back a little bit and then shoot in the face, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing.
I am gonna do that.
All
let's do that.
So you do that and push it back, and let's see. Are you targeted properly? You are now properly targeted. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a hit. Go ahead and make that damage roll. I believe that it is hexed, so that should be pretty good. 6. On statue 7? Oh, that you shot the one that you were shooting at. Okay.
Oh, I was aiming for the one, whichever one I had the one I have hex on. The one I'm grappling.
That's the one you have hex on. Is the one. It just it hadn't been hurt yet because then you started firing at the other one. So no problem. Panabon.
Hi. I'm pretty big on leaving, but because I don't know what's down the stairs, I want to make sure. I don't know if I have enough room to just make sure I'm on the stairs. So in case something comes up from behind, there's a line of defense that's not Shay peeking and not looking down into the darkness.
Okay, so are you just trying to get around them and be ready for something to be Shay's protector?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, yeah, you can move down there. Easily done. Boom. You get around and you're looking for something to come up. All right.
Yeah.
Celia.
I just assume bad thing.
The thing that you attacked before is dead, so now you can use your bonus action to move your hex to this other statue and wail on it as you run past, if you like.
That'd be 8 or 9.
9.
9?
Yeah.
At least my hex on 9.
Okay. So go ahead. So hit the first hex button. Nope. Hit the other one. My bad. All right. You are properly set up to do so. So what weapon are you using? Now, since you used a bonus action, you still only just have that strange flail launcher weapon thing. So you can't change it because you used your bonus action to move your hex. So that's what you have.
So then I'll just use the flail.
Okay. So go ahead and make the attack as you're moving past. God.
You have
So
an
disappointing.
inspiration. You have an inspiration to re-roll it.
Yeah, you do have an inspiration. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, did someone give her an inspiration?
Yeah, Derica did.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll that again to see if the damage does go through. So
That's the pack weapon?
Just the attack. Yeah, attack with a pack weapon again. Wow. Okay.
Flail is just not effective.
So close. It's just the rolls are so
Fantasy grounds.
Yeah, it's just fantasy grounds. But
and it's right in the name, the word flail. That doesn't inspire confidence.
Right. So all right, so that thing's it's actually kind of back up. All right, so now they're gonna go freed from your grasp. This one is going to attempt to hit you.
Yep. All right.
Unsuccessful.
Good. Yeah.
And then this one that got shoved is going to attack once on Aegis, and then again on Aegis. Both are unsuccessful as they are also flailing around, if you will. Aegis, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna work my way around it, and then I'd like to hold an action. I don't know if this is possible. When everybody's away, then I want to disengage and follow.
So disengage is the action. Following, moving is a movement. So you can do that, but technically it won't do anything. You'll just disengage, but stand there. Because disengaging doesn't include movement.
You can't hold a full.
I have motion still. I can't just use that.
No, actually, so when you hold an action, you are holding an action to do a action after.
Just go ahead, start heading that way.
That's not what Aegis would do. So
Aegis will always be the last.
Yeah, I will take the dodge action. Go.
Okay. All right. Shayloon, are you going?
I'm already through the door, so I'm kind of just.
Well, down the stairs, or.
No, what I was gonna do is I'm holding the door, so as soon as everyone's through it, I can shut it.
Got it. Okay.
And lock it, hopefully.
So you're holding an action to shut the door after everyone gets through.
Sir. And lock it.
And lock it.
Thank
you. Sure. Shutting it will be interacting with an object, and then locking it will be the action. Got it.
Thank you.
Perunia.
I handle my bag if need be.
Are you going?
Perunia's going to go further down the steps. So right. I appreciate that Panabon's trying to protect down there, but let's get a little bit more beef, huh?
Yeah. All right, Locks.
All right. So I'm going to back up, which I assume gives it a attack of opportunity.
Unless you use disengage.
I'm not going to do that because I'm moving and I want to shoot it as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot number 9 actually, just because it's the more damaged of the two.
Okay, you are going to shoot at number 9. Go for it as number 8 is going to, number 7 is going to do an attack of opportunity. So I'll roll that while you are backing away.
So let me.
You're targeted correctly, so.
Okay, so let's do it. Boom, boom.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Boom.
There you go.
Yay.
Come on, Aegis. And then I'm going to head towards the door. And
all right. So you get that one, but good. Which then frees up. So Panabon, you're already moving downstairs. That frees up Rosalia to just move without worrying about the thing. So if she wants, she can move and do like a ranged attack of some sort against this other one as she's going.
Can I just do a misty step and then use my green flame?
You can. I mean, it would kind of just use up your misty step if you wanted to just attack it with the green flame. You could just move up to it and hit it.
Just to get us out
you
of
have
here.
enough movement to probably like go up, hit it, and then run down the stairs with us.
You could do that too.
Just to get us out of here, I'll throw an attack at it. Okay. If I can use my green flame, I will.
Yeah, you can. So you're gonna move in here, and you are now set to attack it. So go ahead and make your attack roll. You can change your weapon if you want to.
I'll just use my green flame blade, unless I have to change my weapon to do that.
Well, the green flame blade goes onto your weapon. So it's called green flame blade, but really it's add green flame to your weapon.
Green flame flail. Ooh.
Maybe I'll do that. I was thinking crossbow, but was that, did you say Panabon green blade flail?
I mean, party. Make it a party.
All right, let's do the green blade flail.
Okay. So
that's a fun one to say.
So make the attack roll first.
Also, Perunia, I'm going to toss you like a candle in case it gets really dark down there and we need light, because I don't know.
We are praying for a hit here, because The rolls have been yeah, go do the attack roll first, which is at the top, to make sure that we hit. What is up with this
That's
10
the same
every
roll,
time? Like
yeah.
It's the
she keeps
flail.
rolling a 10.
It's the flail.
She keeps
That's it.
rolling a 10. And then
Yeah,
she dances
flail.
back. It has already used its reaction to try to do an attack, so it does not get an attack of opportunity. And it's only got the one left, and it's going to attack Aegis here. Miss and miss. All right, Aegis.
Disengage, turn around,
Disengage, turn around.
flip for the door, slide in after everybody.
And if everyone's using their action to just go down the stairs, then I don't need to worry about turn anymore. It will not follow. It is not, whether it is because it has some sort of thing that says don't go downstairs, or if it just can't handle the stairs or whatever, it does not follow you. And so everybody moves downstairs.
As I pass through the door and it closes, I slam my shield down angrily next to me and I begin bandaging myself.
Okay. Aegis and Perunia have suffered the most damage, just and it's obvious, like,
Yeah.
you guys are pretty battered.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a second wind actually to get some of my
Okay.
HP back.
Oh, did I do the right thing? Oh. I believe
Oh,
so.
that was not super great. Okay, whatever.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
True.
Did I do the right thing? I rolled on myself for some reason, medicine check.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you should be doing is where'd it go? It doesn't say that it did anything. So hold on a second. Go to your healing kit and expand it. And you are going to heal. It is the second one, 1d6 plus 8.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so you will do that.
Max. Oh. Oh, well. I guess. I mean.
9. You healed the statue though,
Yeah, that's
instead.
great.
But I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and apply that to you.
That's the
all right.
opposite of what you want to do.
So there you go.
Can you imagine like wrapping up a statue, being like, "I hope you're okay."
You're all like, you're gonna make it,
You
statue.
were just doing your job.
We understand. It wasn't personal. Okay. All right. So you all appear in this downstairs section. I am going to move everyone in there real quick, but then
Just hoping we can see it.
yeah, I hope you can see the map too. That because these maps are beautiful. Oh, these maps, by the way, are made by David, who is the person making all my maps nowadays. So if you like these maps, he has a Patreon, and you could go to his Patreon and get all of the maps he has ever made in his Patreon.
Wow.
I think is how that works. And he is prolific. He makes maps every week. He makes a lit up version, a non-lit up version, version with a grid so you can print it out and play it at home, or a version without a grid so you can put it on the fantasy grounds and grid it your damn self. All good stuff. So that is my plug for David. Moving on. Let's go map. Let's go so you can see the map. See the map. See the map.
See the map. Feel the map. You are the map.
See the map.
Okay, we got tokens.
Maybe the map.
Tokens.
Maybe the map inside us is a friendship we made along the way.
Tokens, but you don't actually. Gray.
Gray with grids.
Gray and squares. Gray and squares.
Why is it working for Tom?
Oh,
There we go. It's
There we
coming.
go.
It's
something
coming.
happened. It's happening.
Yay!
All right, yay, it worked. Okay, so you guys can see roughly this far in, but this is basically, you can tell that this must be just directly beneath what's above, right? Because you come down the stairs and now you can go the other way, and it extends pretty far down in that direction. The floor here is cracked. There's a lot of fallen stone. There appears to be some furniture that's just been down here, and a lot of it is broken. And you can kind of make something out. It just like the light, whatever light that you are holding, because somebody's got a light, right?
Yes, I'm holding a light that Panabon gave me.
And and you could kind of make out something at the far end of this long chamber.
I go that way.
I send Minion with you.
Is dark vision impeded in here, or
Dark vision
would it be like,
here, but you do need an ambient light of some sort. So if there was no torch, dark vision wouldn't work at all. However, because there is a torch, you could move outside of the range of the torch and probably see the whole room.
all right,
Just the vagaries of how dark vision works.
okay. So wherever Pruny moves, I'm going to move, but I'm going to try to stay a little closer to the edges of the light,
Okay.
like not so it's dangerous, but like enough that if something happens on the side, I will know.
All right. So as you are moving just further in,
Yep.
sort of in general, you notice that like there's a column that has fallen. There appears to be some sort of old fountain here in the center. Obviously dry. There is no water in it. As you're moving, all of this pretty much, unless there's like a large slab area of it looks flat and clear, it's difficult terrain. So
Okay.
if you're moving over the stones, it's difficult. If you're moving over cracks, it's difficult. If there's not a lot of space between them, it's difficult. But like this slab right here, once you get on it, it's clear until you get to the end of it, etc. The further beyond this fountain is some sort of indention into the floor, in rows. If anyone wants to try to make a history check of some sort, you can on that, as you get further down and past this. Assuming you're moving quietly and not trying to disturb things.
I have a +3 in history. I'd try it. Why not?
Go for it.
I'm interested. Gills go.
All right. Yeah, and if Shayloon's also moving up there as well. So that's definitely a pool. So basically they had a fountain and a pool in this underground temple. And seeing like the stone furniture and some of like the broken pottery and stuff, like this feels like it once was a fairly opulent place.
Fell on hard times, didn't it?
Long ago. Well, you know, the cataclysm and everything. So
Oh, thank you. Hey, my detect. Oh wait, is my detect good and evil is a concentration spell, isn't it?
I don't know. It'll say if it
Let
is.
me double check. Oh no, it's just on. So oh no, it is concentration. Never mind. It's gone. Been gone.
I continue forward.
It also went away if you cast Bless, because
That's
Bless
why.
is a
That's why it's gone.
concentration.
Yeah, that's why it's gone.
So all right. Who casts what?
No, I'm just continuing to walk forward.
Okay, continuing to walk forward.
Are
And
there
then
any-
as you are moving past the pool, you see, and you hold the torch up, an exceptionally large statue of a male figure. I'll move everyone up here.
Is it very, David-esque?
No, it is not David-esque. It is clothed.
I was really asking if it was naked. That's,
Yes.
that was
It,
That's what I was
which is why I said it is clothed.
same
It is-
thing.
It has clothes.
Damn.
And yeah, so Rosalia,
Really don't want to.
as you get up to it and start looking at it, you realize that it is in the likeness of the person that was atop the ziggurat, the one that was receiving the adulation of the crowd, the one that they brought the sacrifices up to and that took their life force. This is a statue of that person. It has, besides the statue itself, there is a sort of a square, like in the chest of it, there is the way the lines work out and just the age of it, you can tell that that it is some sort of like maybe you could pull the chest piece out of it. But yeah, so for Rosalia, it's the individual from your vision. For the rest of you, it's a really big, giant, interposing statue. One hand, the right hand, seems to be like clawed a little bit as they're standing there. It's kind of arms are down and out to the side, and the right hand seems to have claws. The left hand doesn't, and it's kind of looking up in this sort of regal, I am the commander of this place. This is my place, sort of thing.
Seems like he's a really punchable face. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's
Can I
creepy.
stab him in the knee preemptively? I can stab Stone in the knee, apparently.
That is a useful thing to know. Yeah.
Is there any like writing in this room or like carvings of
There's definitely, so like around the base of the statue is it makes you think of a Shawnee, but it's just off. So like you can, it would be like, it would be like reading, like trying to read Old English or something, right? So like most of the words are there. Some of the letters are off and don't make sense, and some of the words might not make sense, but it's, for all intents and purposes, a Shawnee.
Is it like how much wording is there? Like is there like a tablet of stuff to read? Is it just like name?
Across, so at the base of the statue where there's where it lifts up the dais, there's along the edge of it is along the edge of it facing you, so not on the top but on the edge side, is it just like rings around whatever it says.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of hold my spell book up. I like set my quill inside and kind of hold it up to my mouth almost, and say share with me the secrets, and my book is gonna start to glow as I cast understand, comprehend.
Okay.
And by the way,
understand.
It's a ritual, but my order of scribes with my awakened spell books lets me cast it as an action once per long rest.
Hey,
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
want to like really watch Shaylun do that like very carefully.
Can I hear anything in the distance? Like if someone else was in here searching or trying to do a ritual, maybe I hear footsteps elsewhere. Maybe I hear a voice in the distance, like giving orders or something like that.
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead and make what we call a perception test.
Ooh, the
check.
perception test.
Yes, to see if you perceive
nope.
anything like that. No, you can mostly hear creaking of stone, maybe some rats over in a corner. Like, this is not so far out of the way that there's not like, insects or other like little creatures down here. But
I want to draw my shield because I don't trust this situation.
The last statue I looked at had a key in its hand, so I'm gonna get up closer to this statue and take a better look at it and then roll an investigation on it.
Okay. So It definitely feels like the chest piece can be removed or opened or unlocked or something. Other than that, it's fairly statuey.
Great. I'm gonna try to mess with it.
Okay.
Do you think that's a good idea?
No, I don't. Damn it! But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Don't you want to go looking for secret rooms instead? There's got to be secret treasure rooms down here.
I press on the chest.
All right.
I write it down in my spell book, Danny.
Okay.
I ready my rail notch dagger because I don't trust what's about to happen in this room.
Has
right
anyone
now.
ever heard of Izamok?
That's actually a name from one of the books you read.
Oh, I have. Let me tell you everything.
There's not really
what you say.
there's not really a lot to tell. It's from the old legends and stuff of the old devils of Vaishan. So if you look at what's in the book, that note, I'll push it over to you real quick.
So,
Yeah,
so
that'd be great.
Danny, are you saying this is a legend of a hidden temple?
This is a legend of a hidden temple. Anyway, so
can you please kill Panabon, please?
yeah.
That statue might do that for us.
So this was from the old devils of Vaishan, which was the second book in the what's in the books. So you can kind of scroll down and say that there's Izamok was a god that ruled the city of Suslam near an expansive lake, right?
He had the ability to take people's power, whatever that means. Maybe from a, if maybe there was magic in the world at that time.
And of course, when she says "take people's power," that resonates with Rosalia and the vision that she had, where he literally was like taking their life force from them.
And Suslam, this is Suslam. This is it's the name of the oasis, but this is the city that was referenced in the books. This is it.
We're standing in the city, like in the middle of the city where all this happened.
Yeah.
You mean happened like in your vision happened?
Yeah, this guy was taking people's souls. I think he was sacrificing them, but it was this guy, the one that we're standing in front of right now, this statue. It was him.
Nope, don't like that.
Shaylin, I know you're busy, but I have a weird question that might be pertinent.
Yes, Panabon.
Is it possible the thing that, I mean, I don't know exactly what Flemgacy was doing, but is it possible the thing that Flemgacy was doing is the same thing this guy was trying to do?
I mean, I don't know what deadomancy looks like, but the take people's power doesn't sound like death. I mean, unless life is the power.
But I think Rosalia's vision did, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that those people that were being drawn from, they were dying, right?
I think that their souls were being taken. Fox.
Sounds like death to me.
It sounds worse than death.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. I continue to fidget with the chest plate.
Make a athletics check.
Yep.
As you are yanking and pulling and tugging on this thing.
Cool.
Ooh.
Okay, now make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! I'm not so good at these. Okay. I could also use my inspiration to reroll
Oh, nice.
if I need to.
Do you? I don't know if you need to. Do you think you need to?
Oh, I don't know.
17's a fairly high DC. I mean, you know.
Oh, we'll take my chances.
Okay. as you yank, you hear something break, like snap inside, and then the whole thing starts to fall back on you. And you're able to kind of like swing your legs and push yourself back away as the front slams down onto the ground.
Yay, it fell!
It not and not with you under it.
I'm alive!
I
That was my plan all along. Of course it is.
Inside is a
congratulations.
square compartment, and probably at one time standing, but not now, there is the remains of, well, there's these skeletal remains with rags and wisps and tatters that is kind of slumped down. The skull has actually been smashed in completely. So like the jaw's there, but then like the back part, but then the rest of the skull is caved in, and like the pieces are scattered, some on the floor of this compartment, and some are like in the jawbone and around. And it's definitely, I mean, it looks like, it's hard to say if it was buried like that or what's going on, because this is upright. And yeah, that's what's inside, from where you are 10 to 15 to 20 feet away from it.
I feel like we should burn those bones, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, but what if she starts, but she like stops. She doesn't know what to do.
Well,
Well, I mean, it's either bones of this bad guy, or it's some kind of thing sacrificed to be buried with him. Neither of which I've got a very good feeling about. That's all I'm saying.
I think it is the man himself. Do I get any divine?
Oh, yeah, maybe you should
Feelings?
like detect something, Aegis. I don't know.
is there an opposite of Didomancy where we can keep them from coming back to life by making them happy? Like, is that a thing?
What?
Could that be a thing?
No.
Well,
Does it have anything on it?
if there's,
I mean,
Yeah,
you guys are
right?
standing until someone tells me they approach it or investigating it or whatever. Like you're
I
all just kind of standing
don't
back,
really want to do
kind of
that.
arguing or debating.
you know what? I'm gonna do it. I did the
Oh,
caging
no.
earlier. It's fine. Whatever.
Panamon's
I mean,
like,
I did knock it over.
I'll look. So Panamon, you go up there and go ahead and make
Oh.
an investigation check, Aegis.
Ooh, I want to wander up a little bit as well.
Okay.
I'm doing the thing where like there's a rope, imaginary rope in my head around the area, and I'm kind of like peering from over the imaginary rope,
I
being very safe.
investigated. I investigated like a.
So hard.
You're investigating the hell out of these bone chips
I'm deep
and
in a
stuff.
cave underground, deep down in a basement of some dude, and I'm just
looking.
frustrating and investigating like nothing else in the world.
Okay, so this is what you have learned from your investigation. First of all, the individual, based on the size of their shin bone and femur and etc., it would have been taller than Perunia. Would have been very tall. The skull, though, is a human skull. From what
Everyone
you can see,
just
I mean,
kind of
unless like it was a normal skull, but then like the front of it protruded out somehow, and that's the part that got destroyed. But the actual like jawbone is a human jawbone. The back matches up. The bones match up.
everyone just kind of sees Panabon make that motion where you're trying to figure out somebody's height. But you get really like tall with your arm.
Right.
And so that's the motion for that.
is there an exit nearby? I'm looking around for possible.
Yeah, I want to investigate for tracks or like any debris that's been knocked out, like for people having moved through here.
Sure. As you were walking up, you did notice there's a lot of dust. Over here, there's not a lot of dust on the ground covering, but that's not like tracks. It's just literally, it seems to be mostly clean. You also notice, Panabon, The tatters of cloth obviously are some sort of shroud wrapping, like a mummification type of thing, and so it must have been standing upright when it was placed in here. You can't tell if you really feel like the skull must have been shattered after this person was placed in here and not before, because of just the haphazardness of how it's scattered around, right? So if it had been part of the death, then they would have maybe done something with it. It's hard to say exactly. You're not an archaeologist, but you feel like that. You feel like it's too random and scattered. But then the thing that catches your eye is given that all of the cloth, bandages, and wraps are just tatters and old remnants and wisps and stuff, at the end of a shattered, not shattered, but at the end of the arm, because the whole thing is just falling down, at the end of the right arm, on the hand, is a completely intact leather glove, brown, and the fingers of that glove are tapered at the ends to give the appearance of being like a claw. Maybe if you don't touch it, you don't know, but maybe they are sharp and hard and pointy at the end, or maybe not, but that's definitely a fully non-rotted away glove on the end of the hand.
I just kind of raise it up like a torch at like the
You take the arm.
I take the arm and I just wave it around and go, "Hello, everyone!"
You wave this glove at the end of the arm at everybody, so everyone sees Panabon turn with the arm bone. On the end of the arm bone is a hand. But it's a hand. It's not a bone. It's not like a bone hand. It's like a hand, and Panabon is waving it around.
Some deity is gonna smite you so hard.
Also going to tell.
What it is.
I'm gonna go, Panabon. Nice that you got that there. Don't put it on. We don't know anything about it. It's probably bad mumbo jumbo. Don't just.
Well, that's why I'm holding it by the.
I know. Just I want to make sure I said it so that you know to know.
I call this. This is personality growth.
Rosalia, is that the same claw that he was using to take the power from people? Maybe this is the magic item.
I think it's.
I hold it out and extend it away from me.
It is.
We got it! Yeah!
Is anybody?
Panabon.
As Petunia yells out, "We got it!"
Oh shoot!
Why is this?
As Petunia yells out, "We got it!" You hear.
Of course.
I cast sparkle darts.
Okay. So, all right.
No, you guys, you don't want to hear his evil maniacal.
Immediately, Shayloon turns around to the torchlight that is at the opposite end and fires sparkle darts at the person clapping, and we will see what happens with that.
Oh my god!
Next week, when we come back to like Clockwork.
I just want to say, if you guys had just left the damn statues alone, we could know what was happening.
Yeah. We fought really well against those statues.
Yes. So, we leave off on Shayloon casting sparkle darts with immediacy. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate the interactions with everybody. Thank you to the cast for joining us and really, giving us a good look at the characters and how their characters operate and think. And bearing with me as I continue to sort of develop these subclasses and how they work and everything. It's Sunday, so that means we go through the entire week of what we got coming up as usual. So our REM schedule is posted up on Twitch there. So please please join us tomorrow night where for Dresden, which is run by Teslin Tom, who is, of course, our main tech producer for the show and main tech person, who 90% of REM does not happen without Tom. So there you go. Thank you to D and David for these beautiful maps that he's making. If you want maps for your own games, it's cheap. It's like $2 a month, and he is making maps like crazy. So just go support that. If you pay $5, you even get to like ask him to make you a map specifically for your needs once a month or something. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, it's a map for everybody, but you kind of get to help decide what it is, etc. So support that. And yeah, Tuesday Shadowrun. Wednesday, Thursday is Stormlord's Wrath. We have, and then on Friday I think we have Rem Chat this Friday. Is that this Friday? Rem Chat? Yeah, I think so.
Friday. So hang out with me and whoever else feels like showing up, and we talk about literally anything.
Yeah, and we just talk about stuff. Hang out with us. And then on Saturday morning, of course, we have Descent into Avernus, which is a good time. And yeah, that's
Then next Sunday is Mother's Day, but I'll be
next
here.
Sunday is Mother's Day, so
in celebration of mothers everywhere who love
in celebration of Mother's Day, we are gonna take this mother effer down.
Watch it and bring your mama.
Bring your mama to watch Like Clockwork with Rem Alkernus.
If your mama don't know how to use
Get
Twitch,
your mama a glass
that's
of wine.
great to get. Teach your mama how to use
Also,
Twitch.
keep an eye out. If you join our Discord, you're going to see the news there. But we are also launching our first podcast, which is going to be Like Clockwork in podcast form. So if you want to catch up on the episodes, that's a great opportunity to do it. And then we're also at the end of May launching our first YouTube series, which is going to feature Dubs and Winston, I think, are going to be doing interviews with the casts, like one-on-ones with like multiple cast members from each show and stuff like that. So lots of cool stuff coming, and I'm really excited to branch into YouTube.
So,
Awesome.
Sarah, do you know, are the remaining preludes going to become podcast too, or when do those start coming out?
I hope not.
So the preludes.
God, I hope not.
So for those who don't know, before Like Clockwork launched, we recorded as a cast individually or two on one for DM Danny here. But we did like little preludes to our characters to like get started on this adventure. And so we're releasing those slowly, one a month now on Patreon. And I think we just released episode 8, Prelude 8. So, and I think we recorded about 20. So there's still a ways to go.
Yeah.
So join our Patreon for as low as $2 a month. You get access to a crap ton of content that isn't widely available. You get first dibs before we release anything like a quarter later on YouTube. So because of that, we won't be releasing in podcast for now. But eventually, hopefully, we're going to have like all Like Clockwork in one place for everyone.
Because mine is a prelude.
You
on that terrible note.
You.
All right.
We had to end it on a low note, I guess.
Opinion.
So once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the cast. Thank you to Tom, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And maybe as we're getting up here towards the release, the actual publication and printing of the comic, might start taking some time to share some of the concept art for issue 2, just to kind of keep everybody pumped. And if you are one of our World Anvil subscribers, the update will come out soon, but because you're watching our show, you get to know right now, you can probably go ahead and try to get into the World Anvil Kealithus site. Just ring me up in Discord or something and ask me for the link. Otherwise, the link will come out in an update pretty soon here. And with that,
I'm really, I can't wait for next week.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
All right, bye guys.